allow citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107.
Hey, it's your girl, the missus with the kisses, baby. Mwah.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about current events. Let's talk about the things you don't see on regular TV. So join us on BGT Time. Oh, so join us on BGT Time. Oh, so join us on BGT Time. BGT Time, yeah, yeah. BGT Time.
Every time I speak, I want to shiver. I don't want them to be like they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Y'all know I just went ahead and did it anyways. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I am here. I am here. I am live. I am in the building. Okay? I am in the building. And we have a lot to talk about. I am sharing right now. This is the time to share. So go ahead. Start sharing now. There you go. Start sharing now. We got a show. I have a show for y'all. I got a show for y'all. And it's a good one. So I didn't get a chance to come on last night. I did do a little small video, a little live, explaining to y'all. Just had a lot going on last night. As far as with my computer system and everything. Let me turn this volume. With my computers and stuff, it was just acting crazy. And I'm like, I'm not gonna get on here, and I'm already frustrated. And then the system stopped working on me. So shout out to Jason. Shout out to Tony. Y'all know Tony. If you don't know Tony, let me see. I'll let y'all. We ain't got Tony video up here. Not yet. Hold on. Shout out to Tony. Tony came. Well, he didn't come by, but he called me and he helped me with my computer system. So let's run this right quick, okay? Shout out to Tony. If y'all need any type of computer issues done, and for some apparent reason, you might be out of town, or you might not be in the same state as him, don't worry about it. He still got you. Trust me. Now, you trust me enough to watch the show, so trust me enough on this video, okay? So let's play this right quick. Thank you, Tony, for all your help yesterday.
Having computer issues? Can't find a nearby computer store or tech? No need to worry, Computer Tech is a computer repair mobile service. Not in Georgia, no need to worry, Computer Tech can remote into your computer as well. Prices are starting as low as $40. Services are virus removal, data recovery, data transfer, hardware installation, software installation, computer tune-up, laptop and desktop, home and online. Contact 40440585515 and ask for Tony, and don't forget to tell them Ms. Peachy sent you.
All right, so shout out to Tony. Shout out to Tony. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. Hopefully y'all was able to see everything. And welcome to Peach Tea Time. This is not a dose of peach. This is not a dose of peach. This is Peachy Tea Time. Okay. This is Peach Tea Time since I wasn't able to come on last night. So I said I'm not gonna name it a dose of peach. This is literally our Monday show, but we're doing it live tonight, today, this morning. Y'all know. Anybody that used to work with me in the building, y'all know that I'm not a morning person. But baby, I am up. I am ready for this show, baby. I am ready. Now, I have been having some issues with my back screen. That's why you see the two pictures of me. I had to do something. I had to do something. You know what I'm saying? When stuff don't work right, you improvise. Okay? And that's what I did. I still got my green screen and I just took two pictures of me and put it up there. Okay? So I had to improvise. So let's go ahead and get started, y'all. Because like I said, I have a show for y'all this morning. We will be on for a while. So please, 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 if you are a worker from home, if you work from home, baby, you are really finna enjoy yourself, okay? And we should be done before lunchtime. We should be done before your lunchtime unless you just take an early lunch, baby. All right, so make sure y'all continue to, put everything in the chat, your comments in the chat. We're going to do this show just like it was a Monday night, okay? Just like it was a Monday night. So, Instagram, if you are watching over there on Instagram, hey, Instagram. Um, Unfortunately, Instagram, you only get 1 hour. So, if you want to come over now, feel free to come over now. If not, just remember you only get 1 hour. I'll try to remind you when your hour is up, but more than likely I'm gonna be caught up into these videos and it's just gonna cut you off. So if you want to come over to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, I don't know if Roku is playing right now, but feel free to come on over to those platforms. 2 Facebook pages, 1 YouTube page, Twitch, and possibly Roku may be working right now. So, all right, y'all, let's get started because I told you I got a lot. So let's get started, and we got to do our commercial break just as well. Okay, so let's get into these announcements first. I started. How can I say it? First of all, let's go back even further. Let's go back. Let's start with this. Y'all know I always try to tell y'all something funny. So let me tell y'all what happened. So I took the kids to school this morning, dropped them off. Told them I love them. Have a good day at school. And then mommy be here to pick you up after school. Okay, bye mom. Love you. Love you too. They go and watch them walking in school all day. My kids is not on the bus line. So I had to take them to school and pick them up. Baby, I hadn't even made it back home from dropping them off this morning. And my phone started ringing. First thing that came to my mind is, I ain't gonna even lie, when I realized it was from, no, actually, it didn't even show that it was from the school. When I answered it, that's when they said, hello, mom. That's when I knew it was from the school. Not my kids, but the teacher. Hello, mom. I'm like, hi. Hi, this is Miss Such and Such. I'm not gonna say her name. This is Miss Such and Such, and I was calling you this morning, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what did Kirsten do? Like, this was not common. I'm gonna get a call on Trey. It's a possibility. But Kirsten, everybody love Kirsten. So I'm like, what the hell did Kirsten do? Her teacher calling me. And she's like, this is Kirsten's math teacher. I'm calling to let you know that Kirsten had some work. but it wasn't homework. It was in class work. And Kirsten told me that you told her to go ahead and complete the assignment. Is that accurate? Now, at that moment, I could either go along with my daughter if she was lying, just to make her look good, or I could just tell the truth. Rather make it look good, make it look bad. I decided to tell the truth. I said, yes, ma'am, I sure did. I sure did. I told her, do all your homework. As I asked Kirsten, did she have any homework in her book bag? She told me, no, I have in class work in my book bag. I said, well, get it out and do it. You finna do something. So Kirsten is in the second grade. Trey is in the fourth. They have been having homework since kindergarten. All of a sudden, this school year, both of my kids, fourth and second grade, has not had a lot of homework. So I'm like, is they lying to me? What is going on? So when she said she got in class homework in her book bag, I said, oh, we're going ahead and do it. And so the teacher was like, well, no, I didn't want her to do it. I said, I figured that out when she brought the paper to me. Y'all, the paper was the weather. It was the weather. And I'm looking when she brought it to me. I'm like, how do Kirsten know what the weather is going to be on Friday? Maybe she went back in her room and got on Alexa and asked Alexa, Alexa, what's the weather gonna be on Friday? Maybe that's what she did. I don't know, but I did realize that. So I told teachers give her a brand new sheet, and we go from there. But I thought that was funny. Poolie thought it was hilarious just as well, y'all. So I would not be telling my kids to do the homework, the schoolwork, the in class schoolwork, may I add. Hey, Audra, how are you, girl? But yes, that was so funny to me. So let's go ahead and get into these announcements. I decided to start something new on my platform, and I started it last week, and it is called Peachy Love One of the Week. Okay, so I'm always talking about that we're keeping people's loved ones' name alive. So I figure, well, if we keep their loved one names alive, we need to be doing something more than just bring them on the show. Now, of course, I do a lot behind the scenes. People know that. I may not come on here and brag and boast about it and tell y'all about everything because none of y'all business. Not everything. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I do help families. Okay. Beyond them coming on the platform. So I decided, like, what can I do? What can I do? So if you have been watching my page, you already know. But I have decided once again to do Peachy Love One of the Week. This is the first time out of 4 years that I have done this. Again, this is the first of doing Peachy Pride on April 30th of 25. It'll be 4 years that I have ever done anything like this, and I love it, and I think I'm going to continue to do it. We might end up doing one every 2 weeks, so that'll be two loved ones a month. So we'll probably end up doing it like that. But right now, I'm really enjoying putting them out there to keep their loved one name alive. So here we go. Here was the very, very first person. Yes, the very first person was India Mackey. India Mackey was murdered, and it happened in Michigan. It happened in Michigan. And this is what the flyer looks like. You guys will see it across my platforms. So this one was India. And then we have the second one. And this is the Lang family, Miss Tori Lang, aka Kiwi. aka Kiwi. Yeah, she's just so beautiful. Peachy loved one of the week. So last week was India. This week is Tori, Kiwi Lank. And this happened here in Georgia. All right. So you will see them across my my pages and my platforms. Um, and again, if your family would love to be a guest on PGT Time, please, 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 please feel free to come on. Feel free to come on. All you have to do is reach out to me. You can reach out to me by Facebook, by Messenger on Facebook. You can inbox me. You can, I guess that's the same thing. You can inbox me. You can DM me just as well. Or if you have my phone number, you can call me. Or, or, all you have to do is, there it goes, it's coming across the screen. You can, no, that's not it. You can email me. I don't know what I was doing. You can email me at info@pgttime.com. I'll put this up there because it does have the email on there. So my PayPal and my Zelle is my email address. info@pgttime.com. Okay? So please email me, DM me, call me, text me, and inbox me, whichever one. Just make sure you get your family on here. We dope over here. Okay. Or if you are a couple, a married couple, and you would like to be on with me and Poulet, and we play games when we have couples on, we have a blast. So if y'all want to come join us, do the same thing. Okay, do the same thing. And I will reach back out to you and you'll be on the show with me and Poulet, or with me, Jason, and Charlotte. Or you could come for fan takeover. You come for fan takeover. So it's all type of ways to be on PGT time. And I love having guests. I really do. The last but not least, well, no, we got a couple more announcements. The banquet. Remember Me Banquet, y'all. Please make sure y'all get y'all tickets. Show up and show out. Do you hear me? Show up and show out. Take a picture right now if you're interested, if you are here in Georgia, or if you're out of town, but you will be here in Georgia. This is on February 15th, which is the day after Valentine's Day. So if you would like to come, it is called Remember Me Banquet. This is by Intelligent Mind Smooth Me Bar, presents Remember Me Banquet. And I am hosting for the entire night. Yes, I am hosting for the entire night, y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. The only events that I've hosted for the entire night is my own events. So this is gonna be dope. This is gonna be really, really fun. But at the same time, we are remembering Khadidra's son, Akir. That's who that is up there at the top. And that's why it's called Remember Me Banquet. And then we will have Leroy as a guest speaker. We have performers that will be there just as well. Other speakers too. So please, please, please make sure you come out. $40. That includes your meal. And it will be a cash bar. And it's from 7 to 11 p.m. And hopefully, like Khadija said, we will be partying afterwards. Okay. We will be partying afterwards. So y'all make sure y'all go to Eventbrite and get your ticket. Get your ticket. And then last but not least, we got podcast of the year, baby. Podcast of the year, baby. Yeah, shout out to Peachy Tea Time. Shout out to Peachy Tea Time. Podcast of the year. Just please go to yoatlraps.com. Take a picture of it. Go ahead right now. Take a picture. And we are under page 2. We are under page 2. You go at the top. You see at the top. Page 2. And you click on it and you scroll down just a little bit until you see podcast of the year. And you will see Peachy Tea Time. All right, y'all. That's all of our announcements, baby. That's all of our announcements. Now, when I tell y'all I am up working on 2 hours of sleep, yes, that's how bad things was yesterday. I just could not get my system to work right. So, thanks to the help of Jason and also Tony, we're able to get it back up and running. We still don't have my background right, but the show must go on. So, let's go ahead and get started, y'all, with these clips. We got some updates. I want to start with. What do I want to start with? I want to start with Naziah, but there's another thing a baby I want to start with. Okay. I don't think I brought this to y'all attention. There was an argument between this young lady and her boyfriend. Not her child's father, but her boyfriend. The baby was only 1 year old. And she was playing music for him, for the baby. And apparently the music was too loud. So the boy decided to kill the baby. So I wanted to make sure, if anything, that you guys know that this is not his child. Okay? This was not his child. And there's the reason why I have to express that because of the second clip that I have. So here we go. This is the child's mother, the baby. This is the child's mother speaking. Here we go. Oh, there you go. Sorry, y'all.
Logue. He was only 1 year old. Through tears, his mom says her baby didn't deserve this and is still struggling to understand why. Juanita Luna Salazar says her son Jericho Logue was goofy, sweet, and loved to dance.
Just his smile, his big smile, and his eyes with his little curls, and just his cute little face and chubby cheeks.
But on Sunday, Jericho's life cut short after Murfreesboro police say 25-year-old Marquavius Hampton shot and killed Jericho at their apartment complex. Juanita says they had a disagreement over how loud the music was after she put it on for Jericho.
He's just a little baby. He doesn't know how to talk. He doesn't know how to argue back. He can't control his emotion. So I just...
Police say Juanita also had a gunshot wound to her hand.
I noticed that my baby was gone. I felt like my world just came crashing down because he didn't deserve that.
Williamson County Sheriff's deputies pursued the suspect after license plate reader cameras alerted them his car was in the county.
He was obviously a threat to the public, and this technology, license plate recognition cameras, gave us the ability to intercept him and try to apprehend him.
Before deputies could apprehend him, Sheriff Jeff Hughes says the suspect took his own life.
It's tremendously advantageous to law enforcement. Law enforcement, we can't be everywhere at all times. And these cameras are another resource for us in apprehending suspects like this person.
Juanita believes LPRs should be in every city, but knows nothing will ever bring her son back.
I just would never get that time back. I feel like I've been robbed.
Juanita says she wants to continue to honor Jericho's life by sharing his story. Now, there is a GoFundMe page set up for the family. We have that link on our website at fox17.com. Reporting in the studio, I'm Amanda Chin, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Now, at first, I don't even lie. At first, when I found the second clip, I was like, is this the same baby? And I had to keep listening till I heard the baby name. And then, of course, the picture of the baby. I'm like, okay, this is the same baby. Just the daddy side of the family. Okay? So, right now, I'm finna play the daddy side of the family. And after that, I get my commentary. Here we go.
They took everything. I mean, everything from me. I mean, I don't even have no other words. They took my whole world. I'm just lost. I don't know. Just don't know what to do anymore.
Lucretia Logue is heartbroken. Her first grandson, Jericho Logue, who just turned 1, is now sadly a victim of gun violence.
Such an innocent baby. He didn't even have time to live his life. He didn't even have time to talk. Like, what did he do to, make you do such a thing?
Just a baby, but Jericho had a big personality. He loved his dad, riding around in his toy car and watching Coco Melon. But now all this family has are memories and pictures of the life Jericho deserved to live.
Bright personality, he's always happy. He lit up the room with those bright eyes. Every time he came around, he just lit up our whole world. Like, he's just everything. Like, he was my first grandson. And I mean, it's like my life is gone. It's over.
Murfreesboro police responded to shots fired call on January 27th. They say the investigation so far reveals the shooter, Marquavius Hampton, became angry because his girlfriend, Jericho's mother, was playing loud music. This led to an argument and a fight. Following the altercation, Hampton shot Jericho in a stroller. His mother was shot in the hand after jumping in front of Hampton, trying to shield her son. The family says the shooting was deliberate.
And 4 times to a baby, how could somebody be so heartless to hurt a baby? Don't know how to talk, just learn how to walk. Like, I don't understand.
It was just overkill.
Lucretia says her son is devastated over the loss of his only son.
You'd never think the baby would do anything to deserve to be shot. I mean,
they have so many questions, but won't get many answers. The shooter turned the gun on himself when he was spotted by law enforcement driving in Williamson County. Baby Jericho is gone, but not forgotten. The family says their next mission is honoring his young life.
I want to honor him by, trying to stop the gun violence and getting these guns and stuff off the street. And people with mental issues need to seek help. And people that's in domestic relationships definitely need to reach out and get help and say something. You don't have to stick around, because I know personally how that feels.
Kelsey Gibbs, News Channel 5.
All right, y'all. Again, like I said, that was a very, very sad situation. All because the music was too loud. All because the music was too loud. That was the 1-year-old. I do have an update on the 8-month-old. Do y'all remember that? I played that. I think I did that on the Dose of Peach. I believe it was on the Dose of Peach. But I played the initial clip of the 8-month-old that the young man took out the car. He in the car with his baby mama. Well, no. Yes. He in the car with his baby mama. They get into an argument, and he took the baby at the stoplight, or stopped in the street. Took the baby out the car, 8-month-old, and put the baby in front of the car, got back in the car, and ran over the baby. And the baby is no longer with us. I told y'all this, and I hope y'all remember, because we have an update on it. Because there was a lot of things we didn't know. One of the main things we didn't know is if that was the child's father or not. So we are going to get that answer in this clip. Here we go.
A vigil to honor an 8-month-old child who was ran over in the street. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Rich Donnelly. Dozens of people wearing yellow gathered on McDuff Avenue to remember Pablo Golden. The baby was killed just 1 week ago after he was placed in the road and run over on Jacksonville's west side. Our Hajaba spoke with Pablo's grandmother, who says his life will be remembered forever.
The grandmother of Pablo tells me the loss of her grandson only brought her family closer together, and she appreciates all the love and support she has been receiving from the Jacksonville community.
His little smile would just brighten up the room.
A day of mourning for the family that lost their baby boy, Pablo Golden, after being placed on the intersection of McDuff and Lenox and killed by a vehicle.
No one wins in this situation. We all lost.
Evely and her family stood side by side in unity, wearing yellow shirts in remembrance of the 8-month-old Pablo.
He was our little sunshine. He was.
Evely said she appreciates all the support her and her family have been receiving from the Jacksonville community.
I appreciated the prayers, everything that everyone, all the help from all the different foundations.
20-year-old Justin Golden was arrested on charges of failing to render aid and aggravated manslaughter of a child Saturday evening after placing Pablo on the road. The family tells us Pablo is no longer with us, but his life will forever be remembered.
I want him to know that we will never forget him, and we will carry his memory with us, and he will never be forgotten. And we want him to know that he was loved by all of us.
Pablo's grandmother at the visual says that people should learn from this tragedy. In Duval County, Hajaba, First Coast News, on your side.
Haja, thank you very much. Tonight, we're also learning more about the day Pablo was killed and the man accused in his death. Justin Golden was arrested for aggravated manslaughter of a child and failing to render aid the same day Pablo died. His arraignment is set for February 18th, and he's still in jail tonight. An arrest report revealed Golden is the child's father. According to the report, he was fighting with the child's mother over baby wipes and money when the incident happened. A witness saw it all happen and followed Golden while on the phone with police.
Explicit language, and also allegedly. Ain't that some shit? They sitting up there. You did this because of baby wipes and some money? You know, I don't think we're gonna ever be able to wrap that around our heads. I don't think we will ever be able to understand why he did this. Unless you are a devilish person yourself. If you are a devilish person, baby, you're going to understand exactly where he was coming from, apparently. But people like us, normal folks, we won't be able to understand. Baby wipes and money. Now, I understand that time is crazy right now. We don't know. Some folks don't even know where their next meal coming from. Some people don't even know how they're going to put gas in their car. Some people don't know how their kids is going to get this, that, this, and that. So I get it. I get it. But for you to take your own child and put your child out in front of the street after you was in the car arguing with baby mama, if you're watching, I got some questions, baby mama. I need to know. Sorry, my phone was ringing. I need to know, how did he even make it out the car with the baby without you wrestling, trying to get the baby back? How did this baby end up in the street in front of the car without you getting out the car while he putting the baby in the street and you picking that baby right back up before he could get back in the car, get in the car, pull it in park, and drive, and put his foot on the gas? Like, was you in the car saying, Ninja, I wish you would? You ain't crazy? Is that how this was? I mean, come on, y'all. Let's make it make sense. Because that's what a lot of people is asking. Why she didn't get out the car? Why did she even let the baby, why did she even, let him take the baby out the car to put the baby in the middle of the street? Why she wasn't grabbing the carrier? Like, or even if he took the baby out of the carrier and just set the baby in the street. Why you wasn't out there with that baby, getting that baby? It had to been one of those situations, y'all. Well, she probably was like, I double dare you. Ninja, I wish you would hit my baby. No, I ain't gonna get out because I know you ain't crazy. That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only thing I think of. All right, y'all. Let's start this Neziah, I'm sorry. Let's start Neziah's story, okay? Now, I want to go back and we're gonna play the new video that just came out on yesterday. Okay, it came out yesterday evening. It came out, or afternoon, not afternoon, probably about 3, 4, somewhere up in there. And it was the news. And like I told you guys, all I'm playing is the news. I'm not finna play none of this messy stuff that is messing up the case. Confusing Detroit Police Department, confusing the FBI, confusing the detectives. I feel like the detectives and Detroit Police Department, they know more than what we think. I really do believe that. Oh, my picture done got caught in my shirt, in my chair. Okay. They know more than what we think. Okay. That I really do believe that. They definitely know more than what we think. And we just gotta be patient. So with that being said, I am gonna play video clips from the preliminary hearing. That's what I'll be playing today. We have until March 7th before the trial starts. If they do the trial live, I will be doing it live on PGC Time just as well. So let's go ahead and get started. And then I will play you guys the newest news broadcast that literally just came out yesterday. Okay? Some people played it on yesterday. If you was out there in the YouTube world yesterday or Facebook, I'm not even gonna say Facebook, Instagram world, or even TikTok, because I'm sure TikTok had it, then you guys may have seen it. So instead of just me bringing this to you, I said, let me go ahead and bring some more of the preliminary hearing. So here we go. Let me find the first. Here it is. The Neziah Harris story. Y'all know I'm doing a new system. There you go.
Relatively brief, yes. Sure, Judge. Starting with the case ending in 619, that is a criminal sexual conduct in the first degree with added charges of criminal sexual conduct in the second degree. That is for Mr. Buck's biological daughter, and she was around 8 or 9 when the touching first started happening, and 10 when she was penetrated. Mr. Butts is a habitual offender, fourth offense notice, mandatory 25 years, and he also has a prior conviction for criminal sexual conduct in the third degree with the first and 13 through 15. Background on those 2 cases, please? Yes, and as it relates to case ending in 618, that is 1 count of criminal sexual conduct in the second degree. He does have the second offense notice on that, along with the habitual fourth offense mandatory 25. That case is for the sexual assault of a 4-year-old minor. She was 4 years old at the time, and she was the daughter of one of Mr. Buck's girlfriends at the time, and I believe her to have contracted chlamydia. And as it relates to the case ending in 617, that case involves the missing 13-year-old Neziah Harris. Neziah went missing on January 9th of 2024 after last being seen alive with Jarvis Butts. Mr. Butts is a serial child rapist and murderer. Evidence will show that Jarvis Butts has been sexually assaulting Neziah Harris since at least the fall of 2022, and that Neziah Harris was pregnant with Jarvis Butts' child on January 9th of 2024, and that Mr. Butts was aware of this pregnancy. Jarvis Butts was supposed to turn himself in on January 9th of 2024 to serve a year-long sentence for CCW. This date ultimately got moved to February 7th of 2024, allowing him the opportunity and time to take care of his Neziah Harris problem. And that's exactly what Mr. Butts did. While Neziah Harris's body has still not been found, the evidence recovered points to only one devastating outcome. Although Jarvis Butts is currently serving a sentence for CCW, that's no excuse for his bond in this case to be anything but a remand. Jarvis Butts has been a convicted child rapist since 2025, as I mentioned, or 2005, I'm sorry. And as I mentioned prior, he is a habitual offender notice with a mandatory 25 years. And if convicted of any of these charges in these cases, that is a mandatory 25. He is an absolute danger to the community and all children. Since getting out of prison, Jarvis Butts has continued to sexually assault children, resulting in now 3 active criminal sexual conduct cases against minors, with no doubt many more out there. The people acknowledge that these charges are allegations at this point, but we're confident in these charges moving forward that the evidence will show that Jarvis Butts not only sexually assaulted and impregnated Neziah Harris, but that he ultimately killed her in order to cover up the ongoing assaults and pregnancy.
And now back to a critical hearing today for the man accused of killing a Detroit teenager. The final witness was on the stand today as Jarvis Butts waits to find out if he will stand trial for her murder. Neziah Harris was last seen January 9th of last year. 41-year-old Jarvis Butts is charged with her murder and sexual assault in connection with her disappearance. 7 News Detroit reporter Darren Cunningham in court today as prosecutors were calling more witnesses.
I'm sorry. Y'all didn't hear nothing I said. Y'all didn't hear nothing I said. I am so sorry. I just saw it in the comments. Thank you, TTG. TTG said, can't hear you. I'm so sorry. But no, what I was saying was, I think Jarvis, by the way he was looking on that first clip, I think Jarvis knows he's done. He's done. Like, it would be a miracle if he ever see daylight again. That's how I feel. You know, he would never be able to be around kids again. Never. And he don't deserve to. Whether he did this or not, as far as taking Neziah up out of here, he still ain't come home. I have always voiced my opinion on this, and my opinion is that Jarvis and Shannon did this. That is my opinion. And everything is allegedly. But by all the research that I've done, all the things that I've heard, it's either Jarvis was trying to perform his own abortion. And like I said, everything is allegedly on PhD time. But either he was trying to perform his own abortion and things went left and he called Shannon over to help him, or Shannon did it herself and called Jarvis to help her, or they was already together. That's my theory, and that's what I'm standing 10 toes down on until they show me something different. All right, so here go the next clip.
And now back to a critical hearing today for the man accused of killing a Detroit teenager. The final witness was on the stand today as Jarvis Butts waits to find out if he will stand trial for her murder. Neziah Harris was last seen January 9th of last year. 41-year-old Jarvis Butts is charged with her murder and sexual assault in connection with her disappearance. 7 News Detroit reporter Darren Cunningham in court today as prosecutors were calling more witnesses.
The 24th and final witness is currently on the stand in the Jarvis Butts preliminary hearing. But we also heard from Wayne County's deputy medical examiner.
Did you see anything in there that would have caused Neziah to die naturally?
No. Wayne County's deputy medical examiner says he reviewed Neziah Harris's medical records, but the defense took exception to that testimony, considering the fact her body has not been recovered.
So if you don't have a body, you can't really opine as to whether a person is in fact deceased, fair to say?
Correct. Detroit Police Sergeant Shannon Jones, the 24th and final witness of the preliminary exam, explained how she inherited the case from the Detroit Public Schools Police Department and the red flag that stood out to her from the start.
For one, she's never been missing before. There's been no updates on any of her social media, which is very uncommon for a young child or juvenile. They're addicted to those. There had been a last known contact that she had possibly met somebody, is what we were informed, that there was a text message.
Jones discussed the search of the River Rouge area where clothing items like this shoe, later determined to match one belonging to Harris, were found. The sergeant says investigators executed at least 20 search warrants in the case, including electronic devices belonging to Butts. They say they found questionable Google searches from December 2023, a month before Harris disappeared. The searches surround the belief that Butts impregnated Harris and that he tried to cover his tracks.
What's visited, it's Drink Me and Abort Your Baby, the Herbal Abortion Tea by Maya. And the site visited is plannedparenthood.org/learn/abortion/the abortion pill.
Sergeant Jones will be back on the stand at 10 a.m. Outside 36th District Court, Darren Cunningham, 7 News Detroit.
So when I see stuff like that, that's what makes me think, okay, he tried to abort this baby and something went bad. Either she bled out. I don't know. But again, that's my personal opinion. I wonder if he's tried this before. This abortion thing. Like, who would think to do something like that besides what some people heard back in the day that I refuse to say on the show? But people was trying to do their own abortion back in the day. But it was only one thing that I was told that you could do. You know, I don't know how accurate it is because I ain't never tried. Because I ain't never wanted to abort no kids. And I only got 2. Well, I got 3. I got a bonus daughter. Hey, Jazz. But my kids that I birthed are small. So I didn't have my first child till I was 35 years old. So let's get into this next clip. And then after this is where we will be playing the newest video that just came out last night in Detroit. So here we go.
You know, the murder of Naziah Harris has captured national attention. Her body never found, but we have learned so much about what detectives believe happened to her in the time leading up to her murder.
Tomorrow morning, the case moves to Wayne County Circuit Court, where the man accused of killing her, Jarvis Butts, will be arraigned on murder charges. Our Sean Lay has covered this case since his arrest, and tonight takes us inside the case. Sean?
3 names to remember here. Zion Foster, Detroit teen. There was a search for her right at this very Lenox Township landfill. Now, Ashley Elkins, there's a search going on for her right now at this same landfill. Naziah Harris, there was not a search here at the landfill. A chief investigator on that case is also here, however. There's a search for her Metro Detroit wide. Let's focus on Naziah Harris right now and catch you up on the things you did not know about that disturbing case. Detroit should never forget the name Naziah Harris. Now, just take a moment and look at the last photo taken of this child. Naziah Harris was a child. She was 13 years old. Study her face. Look at the light in her eyes. Naziah took this final photo of herself at school January 9th, 2024. She was never seen again. Prosecutors believe she was pregnant. She was brutally murdered. The child's body has never been found. When charges were brought, Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy highlighted this photo in a heartbreaking way.
She is smiling and waving and saying hello. But little did she know that she was really saying goodbye.
The next thing Detroit should never forget is how 36th District Court Judge Aaliyah Sabri at a hearing last week called out many adults in Naziah's life, saying they also failed this child.
From what I have heard over the last 4 days and 5 days total, is that several people failed her. I don't know where her mother is. I don't know anything other than that she was forced to live in a home where she was not protected or given the adequate attention and love.
But Judge Sabri went further about how family members and Detroit also failed this little girl before she even mentioned the name of the man sitting in front of her, Jarvis Butts, the man at the center of a 5-day hearing. Bit by bit, prosecutors here worked to connect the dots that Butts allegedly abused Naziah over a long period of time sexually, allegedly controlled her life. Prosecutors say Butts got Naziah pregnant, and the judge said she believes all of the evidence shows Butts allegedly tried to abort the pregnancy himself. But the judge says she believes Butts injured Naziah and then murdered her.
He intentionally killed her and tried his best to cover it up.
But without finding Naziah's body, investigators focused on Butts, and they had to find his cell phone. Butts told police he had nothing to hide and told police to go through his phone.
Things in my phone, y'all have possession of my phone. Take a look at it, go through it. So I don't know what that's just. I don't know how she said it.
Apparently, Butts was right. There was nothing linking him to abusing or killing Naziah on his cell phone, but that's where Detroit police data experts dug in. Expert after expert detailing in court how they extracted all of the deleted material from his phone. His web searches, how to abort a pregnancy using antifreeze, and then the thousands upon thousands of text messages he sent to Naziah. Detroit Police Sergeant Shannon Jones and her team got those deleted texts, and for hours, Jones read hundreds of those texts in court, text after text showing a 42-year-old man in complete control of a 13-year-old girl.
He sends her a text that says, "Are you naked yet?" She replies to him and says, "No, I don't want to get naked." She replies, "Are you mad that I didn't get naked?"
5 days of this preliminary hearing, Butts was hunched over behind his lawyer with a mask on. I watched him for 4 days. He never looked up once. Jarvis Butts, the last person prosecutors say who was with Naziah. The final person, the judge says, who failed Naziah Harris.
And while I mentioned other people that failed her, Jarvis Butts, you are the monster in this whole picture.
Being in there every single day was chilling every single day. If you're watching right now and your phone's next to you, take a moment, grab the phone, open up the camera, take a look at that QR code with that camera that's on your screen right now. That'll link you right to clickondetroit.com, and all those text messages, the thousands of them presented into evidence and much more on this horribly disturbing case. Guys, this gives us a chance to talk about all the people who are missing right now in the city of Detroit. So many people missing. I've been asking Detroit police for a week, just give me a number of people who are missing right now in the city. They've not been able to provide the number because it keeps changing, and the team that goes out looking for the missing people are out looking and still have not had a chance to compile the number. That's how the big picture here is how many people are missing in this city. We'll continue to follow the Neziah Harris case. So disturbing, so sad. Back to you.
It's horrific.
All right, y'all. Y'all saw that. They kind of basically just broke it down to us a little bit. My next show that I will be doing, I will be showing the entire video of the judge and what the judge had to say. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. Make sure y'all stay tuned for that. That probably will come on a Dose of Peach where I just pull up on you. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page, Peachy Tea Time. Time is spelled with the Y. Make sure you subscribe because you don't know when I'm going to be pulling up. Okay? So this is the newest video that I'm finna play right now. Is it? Yeah. Yeah. This is the newest video that just came out yesterday, y'all, okay? Just came out yesterday from Detroit News. Some people got it. Some people don't. People just getting it. People not just getting it. So we got it. I know that. So here we go.
Right now, Jarvis Butts is awaiting trial for the murder and sexual abuse of Neziah Harris.
After listening to days of testimony last month, a judge called Butts a monster and said that opportunities to protect the 13-year-old girl were missed. Tonight, the 7 investigators are revealing years of warnings that preceded Butts' alleged crimes.
Warnings that family members say were made to Children's Protective Services that could have saved Neziah's life. Here's what 7 investigator Ross Jones has uncovered.
You look at that face and you do not see the horrors that she had gone through in her short life. The exploitation, the molestations, the sexual abuse, and the pregnancy that she was concealing.
Years before Jarvis Butts would be charged by Wayne County's prosecutor, accused of killing and sexually abusing 13-year-old Neziah Harris, Harris's own relatives say they saw the warning signs and told anyone who would listen.
So at that point, I was like, this is too much. I'm calling CPS.
I tried not just once, but multiple times for them to take me serious in what I was saying.
Kiwana Morton and her cousin Jernell are both relatives of Neziah Harris. In February of 2022, Jernell says she learned of allegations of improper touching involving Butts and other small children. She says she was told about the claims while talking to her niece, Jarvis Butts' girlfriend, and that the alleged victims were Neziah Harris and 2 other children.
I was just like, oh my God, I was not crazy. This needs to be looked into.
She says she took the claim seriously in part because Butts was on the sex offender registry, having spent more than 8 years in prison for third-degree criminal sexual conduct. She didn't alert authorities at first because she believed her niece would notify police. But weeks later, Jernell did notify Child Protective Services. Her complaint came in on April 13, 2022. There was an incident at a birthday party, the complaint reads. One of the children that attended the party accused Jarvis of sexual abuse. Neziah, and name withheld, reported that Jarvis touched both of them inappropriately as well. Jarvis touched, name withheld, in her private area, and it hurt. Jernell made the complaint over the phone.
They basically told me if they needed me for anything else, they would reach out.
The next day, Jernell would receive a text from her niece, Butts' girlfriend, confirming that CPS had contacted her. CPS called me, the text reads. They called about the well-being of my kids. Then they called back to get Jarvis info. A CPS spokeswoman would not tell 7 News Detroit if investigators ever questioned Neziah Harris after receiving the complaint. But we do know it wasn't the only complaint filed with CPS, naming Jarvis Butts.
And it wasn't easy for me to call Protective Services just because of the horror stories that you hear.
Kiwana Morton said she heard about the same allegations against Butts from a conversation with his girlfriend. 2 months after her cousins called the CPS, she would file her own complaint.
I told them that there's a problem and they need to be aware of it. I am 90% sure that there's sexual abuse going on within the home.
Did you specifically mention Jarvis by name?
Yes. Absolutely.
Internal CPS records we obtained show that investigators looked into that complaint, conducting a face-to-face interview with Butts, who strongly denied the allegation. A forensic interview was conducted with the alleged victim, and no disclosures were made. CPS said the home was clean and free of observed safety concerns. The allegation was denied, assigned a low risk level. These are 2 complaints of at least 5 filed with CPS since 2015 naming Jarvis Butts. They allege concerns about possible molestation, physical abuse, or living conditions. Some of the complaints are generic, and none would ultimately substantiate that Butts was improperly touching children. Just over a year after the last complaint on record, Butts would be charged with sexually assaulting and murdering Neziah Harris.
I'm brokenhearted because this could have been prevented. All of it could have been prevented.
Attorneys for Jarvis Butts declined comment for this story, citing his pending criminal case. As for CPS, a spokeswoman for the Department of Health and Human Services said that their hearts go out to the family and friends of Neziah Harris. It says that state and federal laws prohibit them from commenting on what we just reported, but that they are committed to ensuring the health and safety of all children. I'm Ross Jones, 7.
Oh my gosh. This is just a mess, y'all. This is just a total mess. It's nasty. It's just, all these folks knew. I don't care what they say. They all knew. If they being honest, these 2 young ladies, which I believe they are being honest, I have showed y'all several videos. Again, I have showed y'all several videos from last year. Just from last year alone, I've showed y'all videos. So they knew. And they still kept letting them kids go. That's the crazy part. They still continue to let these kids go. And he was continuously hurting them. And I'm be honest. I'm be honest with y'all. I really do think, I could be wrong, but I really do think that the other guy, his business partner, I wouldn't be surprised if he had something to do with the 2. I'm just saying. That's just my theory. That's just my theory. So, as y'all know here on Peachy Tea Time, I don't just show the Neziah Harris story because there's too many others out there. Peachy Tea Time is about crime. Crime all over the United States. So we talk about crime everywhere. I bring attention to everything that come across my timeline that I feel like I should bring on. And sometimes it'd be so much crime, you can't bring them all on. So this was another story that I brought to you guys. I believe it was last week. Yeah, it was last week. And I don't know if y'all remember this. This was about the 7-year-old that was walking with his cousin, relative. That's how the mama said it, cousin relative. And apparently a drive-by happened. But the cousin relative was in a gang. It was gang related, allegedly. So I'm gonna play this video back, and then I'm gonna play the update for y'all. Okay, so this is the video that I played last week.
I've never experienced nothing like this in my life, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
With tears falling down her face, Kashina Love is consoled by family and friends outside of UF Health Hospital, where she's been waiting for hours to see her 7-year-old son, Breon, who was just shot and killed.
I was about 5 minutes away from him when I got a call from a family member screaming that my baby had been shot and that she thought that he may have been dead. The only thing that they have told me was that my baby didn't make it. He fought. He fought. That's all I know. He fought, and we have not been able to go back into the hospital since. I have not been able to see my son. Today's just been a bad day, the worst day of my life.
Love tells me Breon was a football star who was loved by everyone. He had just started basketball practice yesterday.
I never thought that I'd be burying one of my babies. If anybody's seen anything, heard anything, know anything, please call it in. Call it in, call me, call family members, stop by the house. I don't care. Please let us know what happened to our baby. He was 7 years old. He did not deserve this at all.
Breon took his school's football team to the championship last year and was really looking forward to doing it again this year. Christina Burgess, First Coast News on your.
Big stories that we are covering here on the 10 o'clock news. That involves the 7-year-old killed in a drive-by shooting on Jacksonville's west side has now been laid to rest. The community gathered today to celebrate his life and the impact he had on those around him. News4Jax reporter Chris Will was there for the service as the family continues to seek justice.
It's been just over a week since Breon Allen was tragically shot and killed while walking with his cousin. So far, there have been no arrests in this case. It's a search that's ongoing as the family continues to mourn the boy they knew as Deuce. Breon Allen was known as a football star.
Deuce just loved to have fun. He loved to go outside.
A happy kid that played tag with his cousin Angel.
Deuce, I know him since I was even born. He is loving and caring.
Angel is just 7 years old, the same age as her cousin, who passed away last week. Breon Allen was killed in a drive-by shooting and today was laid to rest.
He was a loving, caring cousin. Everybody loved you. We love you, whatever you say.
Hundreds of people filled St. Thomas Missionary Baptist Church to celebrate their friend, their family member, their student taken far too soon. The day was a reminder of the good times, a service filled with happy stories, but a sad reality remains.
Our family is torn. Yeah, we lost a 7-year-old innocent child to senseless gun violence. So we may look all right, but we're not okay.
The search for the people inside that car continues, and the family says they won't let anyone forget the boy Breon Allen was until they get answers.
Like the world to know that he's forever Deuce, and we're gonna fight for justice until we take our last breath, because he did not deserve to die that way. God did not call him home. He was killed senseless, and we just want justice.
The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office says they have found the car involved in this case, but they still need some help. First Coast Crime Stoppers has upped their reward to $25,000 for anyone that gives information that leads to an arrest.
Or if it continues to go viral, then they'll make sure that they find the killers. Y'all know that's my theory. As long as it goes viral and continues to stay out there in social media, they'll get found. Just like even Naziah. I believe Naziah's case will not turn into a cold case. I do not believe that. I believe either they know already, they got her body already, or they are just still looking. And I believe that they will find her body. I really do. I really do. I really do believe that one of them is going to crack. Jarvis or Shannon. One of them are going to crack. And they're going to tell. Titi said, I think so too. She needs to be locked up too. She talking about Shannon. Yes, Shannon does need to be locked up. Shit, hell, I think the grandma needs to be locked up. Me personally. The grandma, she wasn't right. They all knew. That's the whole thing. They all knew. Yeah, this story makes me mad. All right, let's move right along. Matter of fact, let's go to a commercial break. Let's go to our commercial break. When we come back from our commercial break, we are going to talk about this 15-year-old girl. Y'all, it's so sad. It's so sad. But we got to put these stories out here. We have to put these stories out here to bring the awareness and to keep these loved ones' name alive. Here we go. Hey y'all, it's your girl Demensis. Demensis with the kisses, baby. Mwah. Or you can just call me Miss Peachy. That's all good too. Look, welcome to Peachy Tea Time. And it's Monday where I'm solo dolo. Yes, solo dolo. Unless I have a special guest. But y'all make sure y'all tune in each and every Monday, okay? Each and every Monday, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And don't forget to watch the other shows too. On Wednesday night, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, and on Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, y'all. I love y'all so much, but we got to head on back to this show, okay? Make sure y'all continue to watch this show. Bye. We out. I told y'all this was supposed to be yesterday's show. So we're going to play yesterday's commercial too. This was supposed to be a Monday show, what I'm showing y'all tonight. What I'm showing y'all right now this morning. So, and then we got 20 more minutes because like I told y'all, I want to be done by lunchtime. Because I know y'all got to go to lunch. Yeah, y'all got to go to lunch. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. This 15-year-old, this is the first clip. Here we go. Yeah, I'm trying to get news to the new system.
15-year-old Darnay Hayes was shot to death in South City. Tonight, First Alert 4 is investigating 2 homicides in our area involving children.
Right now, we are still working to find the circumstances of a 4-year-old girl being shot and killed in North County.
At the same time, police are searching for Darnay's killer, hoping newly released footage will spark new leads.
Darnay was shot last May on the corner of Miami and Iowa in the Grabway Park neighborhood. Now, months later, her family isn't giving up on justice. Our Morgan Harris joins us live now, hearing their plea tonight. Morgan?
Yeah, Sam and Corey, we're live outside of SLMPD headquarters. The department is hoping that releasing this new footage will lead to an arrest. Her family is hoping for the same thing as well.
And I'm just begging and asking everybody to just help us get justice for her, because her life was taken for nothing.
Marissa Wallace is pleading for help as police search for who shot and killed her 15-year-old daughter, Darnay Hayes.
She loved to do TikToks, she loved to dance, she loved to be around people.
And like most teenagers, Wallace says her daughter was a good kid who was going through a phase. According to Darnay's family, she ran away 2 weeks before she was shot near Miami and Iowa just after 11 p.m. May 21st of 2024.
We begged Darnay to come home, but she chose to stay in the streets with so-called friends.
Wallace believes the company her daughter kept is what led to her being found shot on a back porch. She later died at a hospital.
It's hard for me to watch the video.
8 months later, SLMPD released video from that night. In it, you see 2 suspects walking up to the home, walking away, then the suspect in the white hoodie shooting while being driven away.
I just hope from the surveillance video that if anyone even knows the car, or heard of anybody talking about the situation the night before, the night of that it happened, because it's a lot of talking going on.
The mom hopes people will come forward with information. Wallace says she's heard different stories about what happened to her daughter that night.
I don't have the complete story.
And Darnay's family, including her 12-year-old sister, Zariah, says they won't be able to rest until they get the complete story.
I still loved my sister, and I didn't want her to go out the way she did, and me not being able to say a proper goodbye to my sister.
It will close a door for as getting some justice for her, and knowing that the person that took her life for nothing is behind bars. And I just pray that it happens very soon.
Anyone with any information about this case is asked to call SLMPD's Homicide Division or Crime Stoppers. Remember, you can remain anonymous. Morgan Harris, first.
Another sad one. Hey, BG. Let me get some shout outs right quick. Who we got in the building, baby? Who we got in the building? We got BG in the building. We got Omar, TTG in the building, baby. Natasha Armstrong, Tamika Judge, Julie Scott is in the building. Hey, y'all. And there's so much more, so many more that's out there watching. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and showing out this morning. Okay. So let's get into the second video for the 15-year-old. Again, this was sad because to me, it made it even more sad because this young lady ran away from home. She ran away from home so that she could go out and be in the streets. The bad part about it is the parent, the mom, have no idea what this girl have been into in these 2 weeks. She have no idea. So here we go, y'all. Let's just play the next clip.
New lead tonight in the search for who killed a 15-year-old girl and a heartbroken mother's search for answers.
I just want my child back. I want justice.
Tonight, St. Louis police are hoping newly released surveillance video will lead to arrests. Good evening, I'm Mike Bush.
And I'm Kelly Jackson. Detectives believe the people in the video are responsible for killing Dornay Hayes in South St. Louis back in May. 5 Minute Side's Laura Barcheski talked with the teen's family tonight, and understandably, they are still heartbroken, Laura.
Mike and Kelly, Dornay's family is truly heartbroken and has been trying to piece together what happened to her for months. Now they're hoping this video and their plea will encourage people to come forward.
Dornay Hayes was my second oldest of 4. She's 15 years old.
Only 15 years old when she was shot and killed while charging her phone. It happened outside of a home on Miami Street around 11 p.m. on May 21st.
She ran away to be with a so-called friend 2 weeks prior to that.
St. Louis police released this surveillance video that shows 2 people walking toward a home, then shows them running down the street, and moments later, a dark-colored car drives by as someone shoots Dornay from the moving car and speeds away.
If they know the car, if they know the people, if they heard anything, like anything, just speak up.
Dornay's mom, Marissa Wallace, says she wants to set the record straight.
She wasn't in the streets like most people try to make it out to be.
And the changing rumors and stories flying around aren't getting them or the police the answers they need to hold people accountable.
I don't even have the words to say at times because I just want my child back. I want justice. I'm not out looking for no harm. I just want justice. So my child can rest and be at peace.
Dornay's sisters and cousins will always remember her like this.
She was probably like 13 on this one. She was 15 on this one. This is a baby picture of us.
Oh, that's you two together?
Yeah.
Oh,
and then
baby picture.
This is the picture now.
I ain't have my stuff on. I just got out of school.
I got her ashes in her.
A loving, caring teenager who enjoyed dancing with them and was looking forward to her sweet 16.
For me to lose my sister at 12 is hard. And then I look around at Tom and I smell her clothes just to see if I could get a scent up for her or something. Like, it's sad because I see my sister stuff everywhere I look.
They took her at an age where she didn't even get to see the world. And we are angry.
And baby, so are we over here at PGT Time. We are angry too. This senseless violence has to stop, y'all. We got the situation going on with Zanaya, 13 years old. I showed y'all another young lady named Janaya, I believe it was. Can't remember. But they all had the AHs on the end. And Malaya. Like, this is ridiculous. I mean, it's like people just have no regard for human life, including their own. Another young lady right now that's missing in Detroit. Because Nazaya is missing in Detroit too. So this other young lady, Miss Ashley Elkins, I covered her story just as well. They went and checked the landfill, the same landfill that they checked for Zion Foster. Never found Zion Foster. I covered that show. Since we're talking about Detroit, let's play the update for Ashley Elkins. No, they have not found her body. But here we go. Yeah, yeah. So, yes, that's sad. That was very, very sad. I was looking at the my comments on my phone. So let's go ahead and look at this next clip.
Our other top story today, a major step forward in the case of a missing Warren woman, Ashley Elkins. Authorities charging her ex-boyfriend, DeAndre Booker, with murder.
It is a huge development and a story that we've been following every step of the way. Roseville police say Elkins was last seen January 2nd. January 7th, investigators searched Booker's apartment, hauled away a dumpster, and found Elkins' car less than 4 miles from the apartment.
The next day, Booker was charged with lying to police. January 13th, during a landfill search, authorities did not recover Elkins' remains. The search was called off on the 19th.
7 News Detroit reporter Darren Cunningham shows us what happened in court today.
Here in court, we learned Ashley Elkins' blood was allegedly found in her ex's bathroom. Just some of the evidence revealed so far.
We conduct a search warrant on the residence and ultimately find what we believe to be a large crime scene with a substantial amount of blood in the bathroom. DNA confirms that the blood did in fact belong to the victim.
Moments after this detective with Roseville police told the judge why DeAndre Booker should be charged with murder, the judge brought the 32-year-old forward to be arraigned.
Do you know what the charges are and the new information at this time?
I don't. Booker, who's already in jail on a charge of lying to police, maintained his expression as the judge read all 4 new counts.
Sir, you are charged with count 1, homicide, murder, first degree, premeditated.
The other 3? Tampering with evidence, mutilation of a dead body, and concealing the death of an individual. A motive hasn't been revealed.
We can't really speak to those details. We've said in the past that they had broken up back in September. And we've made it clear that, we can't speak to motive. I can't get in the mind of a murderer, of a psychotic killer.
Elkins' loved ones gathered alongside authorities after the hearing. As this case moves forward, her uncle, Maurice Morton, says the family wants the public to know the 30-year-old was a loving mother snatched away from her 7 and 10-year-old boys.
They're having nightmares. The youngest doesn't quite comprehend this and what's going on. And so it's going to take a village to wrap around them and support them.
I sat down with Roseville Police Chief Mitch Berlin. He says Booker acted alone, and that while Elkins' remains were not found during the week-long landfill search, there are items from the landfill search still being processed, and that the blood evidence from Booker's apartment is the start.
There's more evidence that we have that has not been released.
Macomb County Prosecutor Pete Lucido says he's seen 4 murder cases with no body lead to total convictions in the past 40 years within the county.
These cases are put together by the totality of the evidence, the statements, the digital evidence that's provided, and because people come forward even during an investigation, may offer more testimony.
Booker is due back in court Wednesday, February 5th, for his probable cause conference. In Roseville, Darren.
Hey, Aleda. Aleda is in the building. I see you out there, girl. Aleda said, our young children are leaving us senselessly, and it's going to take us older ones to intervene and make changes. Aleda, you're right about that. And there's so many people out there that's older that refuse to say anything to any of these kids. I remember when before we moved into our house, we stayed in these apartments, and my mom came to visit, and this boy, it was a bunch of teens, And that's one of the worst things about apartment living. But the good thing is you meet so many people. Baby, they were over there rolling up a blunt. And my mama was like, they're not gonna put it away. They see, I said, Mama, don't say nothing to them. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing to them kids. They gonna cuss you out and then I'm gonna have to get mad. Don't say nothing. But Aleda is right. We do have to intervene, us as older people. But we can intervene in a nicer way, in a very much nicer way. So I just want to go ahead and put that out there. It look like we're gonna be running into 12 o'clock, y'all. So hopefully y'all will still be able to stick around. We only got 3 more clips left. Let's get into the grandma. The grandma, oh my gosh, y'all. You gotta see this. You gotta see this. Grandma was so hurt. Here we go.
Love on your children. Please know what they is. Please try to give them what they need. Don't the streets gonna get them.
A West Memphis grandmother speaking out after her grandson was killed during a home burglary. Thank you for joining us. I'm April Thompson.
I'm Alex Goldman. West Memphis police say 14-year-old Wendell Moore was attempting to break into a home when the homeowner shot and killed him.
WRAG's Kwamitra Wilburn sat down with his grandmother, who says she hopes his story will be a lesson to other youth.
There's one who has all power, and that one is God. And may we find him.
Lisa Hamilton Wembley is fighting one of the toughest battles of her life, coming to terms with the circumstances surrounding the death of her grandson, 14-year-old Wendell Moore.
As soon as I got ready to lay down, my son hit my door. He said, open the door, Mama, open the door. My baby gone. I knew it. All that day I thought about Daddy. I love him. Oh my God.
West Memphis police say Sunday afternoon, Wendell, along with a 16 and 11-year-old, attempted to break into a home on Scottwood Street. Police say Wendell and the 16-year-old broke into the home through a back window while the 11-year-old acted as a lookout. The homeowner, who was home during the burglary, reportedly shot both Wendell and the 16-year-old. The 16-year-old survived, but Wendell died at the hospital.
I know they was wrong, but why kill him?
Wembley wants to make it clear that she is not condoning or justifying what her grandson is accused of doing. Sadly, she says he was heading down a dark path.
And I hate to ask this, would you say you may have seen this coming?
Yes, ma'am. Without a shadow of a doubt, babe, I seen it coming. I seen it coming.
Wembley says her grandson hung out with the wrong crowd and was involved in other criminal activities. She says she desperately tried to persuade him to move in a more positive direction.
Oh, he was the sweetest thing you would ever want to see. He was yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. But you said, hey, Daddy, come do this, come do that. He do it.
The 16-year-old is being charged with capital murder as an adult, and the 11-year-old is being charged with first-degree murder as a juvenile in connection to the incident. No charges have been filed against the homeowner. However, Wembley says she believes more people are involved and should be held accountable.
These babies are coerced to go into these houses and steal.
As she now prepares for a funeral, she hopes by sharing his story, she can save at least one child from the same fate.
I'm fighting for everybody's babies. Get your babies. Know where your babies is at 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Reporting for your news leader from West Memphis, Kwamitra Wilborn, WREG News, Channel 3.
And we have contacted the Crittenden County Prosecutor's Office to learn more about the charges the teen faces and if there will be any additional charges.
I mean, all I can say is Grandma said she saw it coming. I'm just saying what Grandma said. Grandma said, I saw it coming. But at the same time, Grandma said, you ain't have to kill him. You ain't have to kill him. You ain't have to kill him. So, that's a touchy subject right there. Because they breaking in folks' cars, robbing folks. And you think people ain't gonna pull their tool out? Master tool? They shouldn't. You're right. They should not. Let them go on and get away if they're trying to get away. But Miss Lady, just in case you ain't know, it's a lot of people out here trigger happy. I'm just saying, just in case you ain't know. They waiting. You see how they do New Year's Eve and the 4th of July? They be waiting on them holidays to come. Just so that they can use their mouse tool. So don't think these young folks can't get. I hate to say it like that. But like she said, know where your kids is at, y'all. Know where your kids is at. There's kids out here that's on the block. Getting that bread on the block. But still choose to go break in somebody's house. That don't make sense to me. You on the block. You getting that bread. Which is not a good thing to do. I'm not condoning it. I'm just telling y'all. These kids is on the block. They making that bread. But they still choose to go and break into somebody's house or break into somebody's car. Steal from somebody. That ain't your stuff. Now, do I feel like they should have? No, they should not. Sorry. Y'all know it's the morning time. And so I be getting all type of calls. Y'all, let me take this call right quick. Oh, no, they hung up. I didn't know who that was. That might be somebody important. Sorry. All my important calls come in the morning time. That's why I don't do morning shows. Because in the morning time, I'm so super, super duper busy. Trying to get sponsors, trying to get donations, trying to, do just so much. We got to do grants. We have a lot to do over here at PGT Time. So that's what I do in the mornings. And then at nighttime, I do my shows for y'all. And then I still have to plan for the show, get the clips together, make them look cute like I do. So it'd be a lot. But that clip, I'm going to break this clip down with the grandmother. I'm going to repost that. I'm going to repost that video. Okay? Now, let's get into another female guard and her boo thing. I said it. And her boo thing. I don't know why these ladies feel like they want their man to be locked up. This is my man. He locked up. And I'm talking about the workers. That's what I'm talking about. The workers. Now, if you got a man that's in jail or in prison right now, that's on you. That's on you. I'm not judging. But if you work in there and you got a man that's in there, now I'm judging. Find another job. Quit the job. If this is your Romeo and you is his Juliet, quit your job. Find somewhere else to go. But this right here is just ridiculous. It was ridiculous, y'all. Check this out.
First at 5 on your news leader, a Shelby County Sheriff's Corrections deputy is charged with bribery and official misconduct. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. That deputy has just been identified as Bianca Grandberry, WREG's newest reporter. Raven Copeland joins us now live with more on the investigation surrounding the deputy and the crime she's accused of. Raven?
That's right. Bianca Grandberry was arrested this morning. Now, the Shelby County Sheriff's Office says the charges stem from an inappropriate relationship with an inmate named Martavius Williams.
We spent an extensive amount of time talking about public trust. But Ms. Granberry chose to go a different route.
On November 13, 2024, jail investigators uncovered evidence that showed Granberry had an inappropriate relationship with inmate Williams. According to investigators, Granberry knew he had a cell phone while he was detained and would video chat Williams when she was off work. Chief Deputy Buckner says she used that form of communication to coordinate money transactions with Williams and his family and friends. Contraband was also found inside the inmate's cell.
But then we also found 2 small bags of marijuana, one that was tucked inside clothing within the cell, but then another small bag of marijuana that was being hidden inside of a Lucky Charms bag. And we weighed both of those bags and it weighed about 66.7 grams.
A stabbing weapon was also found in Williams' cell. Right now, investigators are working to find out how the contraband was entered inside the jail. Granberry is not the only one facing charges. Williams and his cellmate, Malik Williams, are both charged with 3 counts of introducing contraband into a penal institution. Martavius Williams is also charged with bribery of a public servant. One of the things Chief Deputy Buckner reiterated is that correctional deputies have a duty to protect and serve.
We view corrections deputies as protectors and not predators. And so it's disappointing that the same person who was patrolling the hallways of the Shelby County Jail now find themselves on the other side of the law, behind bars.
Now, Granberry is on administrative leave without pay. Right now, she's booked into 201 Poplar with a $15,000 bond. Now, this is an ongoing investigation, so there could be others charged depending on their involvement in these alleged crimes. Reporting live from 201 Poplar for your news leader, Raven Copeland.
Sorry, BG. Thank you. BG said, Peachy, she never heard of room checks. Apparently not. I don't know what's going on. And like I was saying before BG told me I didn't have no audio, I have shown so many clips of these prison guards, female correctional officers, and they are doing the most with the inmates. Like, you can't find no other man. You can't find no other man. You got to risk your job, risk your life, risk your freedom because you think you're going to get away with it. I just can't. All right, y'all. This is the last clip. Like I said, right here. This is a 10-year-old young lady. Ended up finding Granny's mouse tool. Granny said it ain't hers. But everybody else saying that it is Granny's. So, unfortunately, y'all finna see what's going on. So, here we go.
Live at Johns Hopkins Hospital, where doctors work to save her life. He has new insight from the family's pastor tonight, Mike.
And Nikki, this has shattered the victim's family. Her grandmother remains behind bars, criminally charged because of that unsecured weapon. And the little girl's pastor opened up to us.
I baptized her in that font. She was just a baby. And I picked her up in my arms and I baptized her in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And from a toddler, I saw her continually growing. And each stage, I saw her maturing and growing and coming into the world.
And it's heartbreaking now.
It's very heartbreaking.
Ames Memorial United Methodist Church pastor Rod Hudson's heart is broken. Ava Sewell, the little girl he mentored from birth, has died days after she found a handgun in her grandmother's home near Pimlico and accidentally shot herself in the head. How is the family holding up right now?
They're just broken. Not only is her family broken, but those who helped raise her are broken.
Police described the gun as a pink diamond 9mm.
Looked like a toy.
Looked like a toy. So she was probably curious.
Ava was curious. She would go through things, even if you had things put up, she would go through and find ways to manipulate things. She just loved to play with things. So she, as a child, like any child, you know, she was curious probably.
Pastor Hudson says Ava, who would have celebrated her 11th birthday in less than 2 weeks, was bright and energetic.
She was a sister girl, I would say.
Kind of an old soul.
An old soul sister girl. And she would snap them fingers, and she would come here sometimes and put her phone right there and do TikToks. She was just a fighter. And even in the hospital, she fought.
Her 51-year-old grandmother, Alethea Mitchell, is facing criminal charges. Mitchell's public defender says she's distraught and claims the gun belonged to an ex-boyfriend and she did not know it was in the home. Police say the gun was Mitchell's and she was prohibited from having a weapon because of a past criminal conviction. They say the gun was stolen in a burglary in North Carolina in 2017.
She loved her grandchild, and we can't take that away.
Pastor Hudson says Ava's death is a wake-up call to anyone with a gun and a child in their home.
My first message is put it away, lock it up, learn how to store guns.
This was something that was preventable.
It was preventable.
Now, the pastor believes the city should provide lock boxes so people can secure their weapons. He's also started an online fundraiser for the family. And we have seen children before here in Baltimore die because of unsecured weapons. Coming up, all new.
Now, they said it was a pink diamond. A pink diamond arms 9mm. A pink diamond. And she gonna say it was her boyfriend's, y'all. These are the pink diamonds. Some of them. A few of them. Allegedly. And then you gonna sit there and say, it's my boyfriend's. Girl, you could have came up with something better than that. Could have came up with something better than that. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Besides, you sure could have came up with something better than that. But rest in peace for this baby, this young little girl. They definitely should have been watching her more and had that gun in a gun case or a gun lock. So I don't know. We're just gonna keep praying for these families. We're just gonna keep praying for them, y'all. Just keep praying for them and keep keeping that loved one name alive. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. Well, y'all, we have came to the end of the show. I hope y'all enjoyed everything. We talked about the Naziah story. We talked about the 15-year-old young lady. We talked about the 10-year-old and Granny. That's what I call y'all. Know I name my own clips. We talked about another female and her boo thing at the jail. We talked about a young granny that lost her grandson and so much more. So if you missed it, please make sure you catch the replay, okay? Please make sure you catch the replay. BG said, come on, Grandma, fess up. Fess up. Grandma need to go and tell the truth and tell it like it is. That's what Grandma need to do. All right? Well, y'all, we out of here. I love you guys so much. I will see y'all on tomorrow. Tomorrow's show we have, let me see who we got on the show tomorrow. Ronald Booney Smith Jr. He was murdered in Alabama, and we have his mother coming on, Kimberly White. She will be on tomorrow, so please, please, please make sure y'all tune in. We will definitely have a tribute video. You know how we do things over here with those tribute videos, baby. So make sure y'all tune in. Please make sure y'all tune in. All right. I love you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see y'all on tomorrow. Bye. Peachy in the morning. Oh, I enjoyed this. Did y'all enjoy it? Did y'all enjoy today's show? I know I did. So let's go ahead and end this broadcast. I tell y'all all the time what y'all got to do. Do anybody know? Just in case you don't, I'm finna tell you. You got to listen to my babies. Mwah.